Oh, it's time to lend a hand of all. We could go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We are a part of God family, and the truth, love is all we need. We are the children. We are the ones who make it right. There's a choice we make.
Good afternoon, good evening. Whatever you are following up from this screen vision, we are coming to you live from the beautiful city of Kigali.
Send them your heart so they're free. As God has shown us by turning stone to bread, and so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Oh, there's a choice we're making. We're saving our lives. Get through, we make a better day. Just you and me. We get down and out, and there seems no hope at all. But we just believe there's nowhere we can fall. Well, let's realize can only come when we stand together as one.
If you put the kitchen go out, beg your food.
We are the ones who make a better day, so let's start giving.
So good evening. This is Screen Vision. We are coming to you live from the beautiful city of Kigali. Our guest is already in studio. Bility, what's going? The background is very, very dark. Greetings, guys. How you guys doing? Abigail, how are you? I'm not getting Abigail. Please unmute yourself.
I'm good.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know.
Sorry,
Bro, what's up, my man? How you doing?
The guest background is very dark.
Your background is very.
Hey, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. Your
Am I
background is
clear?
very dark. You are clear, but your background is very dark. I don't know. Jerry, how you doing?
I'm
Jerry?
trying to try. I'm trying to try.
Okay, so yeah, so this is Screen Vision, and today is we're having Bility. Bility is working with the Forestry Development Authority. He is the park warden for the Foya proposed protected area, and today we're going to have Bility in studio. So we I don't know what is going with Bility, but the network in Liberia is like facing that problem. Solo, welcome.
Chief.
So, Abigail,
Okay,
let's hear
Chief.
you. Let us introduce ourselves to the public. Abigail, let's hear you.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, based on your location. I'm Abigail Pega, joining you from Kigali, Rwanda. I look forward to having a very fruitful discussion. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Brooks. What's up?
It's a pleasure. You guys hearing me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. I'm Brooks K. Guambe. I'm a student of a university of the Adventist of Kigali, Rwanda. I hear from Liberia, specifically in Nima County, which of course I want for my Nibaeans, my brothers and sisters from Nima County to follow this show today. We are about to discuss a issue concerning our environment, particularly about the protected area in Liberia, where the role of protected area in biodiversity conservation. We will be discussing, and we have our renowned and well seasoned guest today that we will learn from him. I'm doing a master in environmental economics and natural resources management, where I came from the background of environmental management and conservation. So it's a pleasure being on this line
Okay, okay,
this
okay,
night.
okay, okay,
It's a
Brooks.
pleasure being
Thank
on the
you.
line. Thank you very much.
Okay, okay, thank you. Uh, uh, uh Philomena, let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening once more. I'm fellow Mino Yawa speaking from Totmobile, Bome County.
Okay,
Uh, I'm a student of the AMU Zion studying in agriculture. I'm the the only Iberian in Liberia. Iberian is where we keep dry specimen, like the forest specimen. And this topic tonight is very, very interesting that I don't know what to hear from our
Abigail, the network is like Philomena is freezing the network. I don't know what is going on with her. I should have network. But Belete, your background is kind of a dark. The girls, your background is very, very dark. We are not seeing, we are not seeing you, sir. We are not really seeing you. I don't know.
I think I got it over. Let me find a clever area to sit.
Yeah, so you can go up and join later. You can
You
go up
get me
and
very
join.
soon.
Yeah,
Let me find a clever area to sit.
go up and join later. Okay. So Solo, let's hear from you, Solo.
Let me see what I can get there. That area so that
Solo, let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you. A
yeah, much
pleasant
better.
evening.
Ah, yeah. A background. I come in. The guest trying to sell out a background. Your background is still. We are not still seeing you. Chibility. We are not still seeing you. Claire, I don't know. Guys, are you guys seeing the guest?
Presenting for me.
The guest is not clear. Jeffet, please mute yourself. If you are talking in the back, Jeffet, please mute yourself.
Mr. Bility is not muted from what I'm observing.
Yeah. No, I just mute him. It's okay. Yeah, so Solo, can you introduce yourself, please, while we wait the guests?
Yeah, quickly. A pleasant good evening to everyone, and a pleasant good evening to the listening population of Liberia and our people who we are here today to discuss the issues that are affecting them and what they opt to achieve after what we have discussed. What are those recommendations we are going to put forth? I'm M. Solomon S. Sion, the student of economics, and we have a background in small media and journalism work, and we have been around the media landscape for a little while. And yeah, so far that is it. That's just me. I'm simple. Simplicity, that's just me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Solo. Thank you, Jerry.
Okay,
Jerry.
good evening from in. Ah, Bolama Jerry Yumasele is my name. I'm currently in Cyprus, undergoing a study, and I'm a
Okay,
student of international business management. A
okay.
pleasure being here tonight.
Thank you for joining us from the beautiful city of what's your city name? To where you currently lives.
I live in Goyeli.
Okay, thanks for joining us. So Philomena was talking, but because of the network, Philomena, are you okay now? Philomena, are you okay now? Okay, I
Yeah,
think we can manage.
you can get me?
Yeah, yeah, good now. I think
Yeah,
we can.
should
Yeah,
I
yeah, okay,
introduce,
Philomena. Yeah, we are getting you.
should I introduce myself?
No, it's okay. You started. I think we don't have much time now. We are eating most of the time, introducing ourselves because of the network as well. So let's just continue the show. We will call our guests in now. Mr. Ability, you are most welcome. Welcome to Screen Vision. Ability, unmute yourself. You are talking, but
Oh,
we are not getting you.
and
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
again,
Yeah, please start over. We wasn't getting you first. Please start over. Come on, guys. The network issue. Ability, please unmute yourself. We are not getting you. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, go ahead.
okay. Am I clear now?
Yeah, you are okay. You are good to go.
Okay, great. Thank you. Again, I said good evening to you.
The network problem, guys. What is going on?
I'm grateful that I'm here so that we're able to discuss issues as relates to conservation matters. And I believe many of us on the show have interest in conservation.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. We do have interest in conservation. So, once more, this is Screen Vision, and we wholeheartedly welcome you to our first broadcast today. And we want to say happy pre-birthday to all those who are in September. If your birthday is in this month, we want to say happy pre-birthday to you. And thanks for joining us. So wherever you are following us from, we want to say thanks. You can share our live. We are in conversation with Bility. Bility is the park warden for the Foya proposed protected area in the Lofa belt. JJ, welcome.
Thank you so
So
kindly, and I sincerely apologize
no,
for the delay.
it's okay, Kumbe, no problem. So, Mr. Ability, today we are discussing the role of protected area in biodiversity management. The role of protected area in biodiversity management. So you are welcome. This is the topic, and we want you to use your time. The time is yours now, so we can talk about this topic. You are most welcome. Oh, where is the guest? Bility gone. Yeah, so JJ, just introduce yourself. You just join your introduce yourself.
Okay, greeting colleagues. My name is Sylvester Blessing JJ, and I'm a student of economics. I'm glad to be here to discuss the issue in regards to national development, specifically with biodiversity conservation. Thank you again.
Okay, so while we await our guests, guys, what's up? What's on your mind? Let's discuss. What's on your mind while we await the guests, bros? What's on your mind, man?
Actually, it's a pleasure for us to be live tonight, which is our first appearance on social media to discuss a very important issue concerning our country in Liberia, specifically in Lofa County, where we will be discussing environmental issues, the role of protected area in biodiversity conservation, which is very much important to be discussed to tell the people in Liberia, especially those that are living in that protected area, the procedure to be followed, what need to be done by the government, what need to be done by the Environmental Protection Agency, everything. So I think it's a pleasure being here tonight. And it's a pleasure to be with my colleagues, which they are very much seasoned to discuss the issue with the panelists tonight to learn from him, because based on his knowledge, we believe that we're going to get much information from him tonight. And based on the knowledge of the panelists, we are going to get much information from them too as well that will help in
Okay.
developing that area. Thank you very much for giving me the time.
Okay, thank you. Rebecca is finding it difficult to join. Rebecca is finding it difficult because of network. So Jerry, my man, what's up from Cyprus? There, yeah, what's on your mind? Can you unmute yourself, Jerry? You are muted.
Well, thanks for the opportunity. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good.
Hello?
Yeah, okay, we are getting you.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. As a colleague just said, it is a pleasure being here to discuss issue of our country, more especially when it comes to the biodiversity. You know, forest is one of those things that make our country a beautiful one. Like the issue of agriculture is well taken care of in our country today. I think the development will be faster. But if we look down on the
Jerry? I mean, you in Cyprus, you got network problem again. What's going on with you? Okay, so Bility, welcome. You are talking about the network. Bility, are you okay now? Bility, are you okay now? Yeah, so let's go ahead. I think you can introduce yourself now because we wasn't getting you first the network. So you can introduce yourself to our followers, those who follow in the program, so they can know who is Bility. You are most welcome. Damn, network from Bility is kind of a bad. So Solomon, are you getting me?
I'm here, sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay, so what's on your mind? We with the guests to join the network. It's giving tough time from Liberia. So what's on your mind as we're with the guests?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of things on the template of discussion that will bring some level of transformation if they are taken serious from us by our national government, by the public, because what we are trying to do here today, the sensitization, the education, we're trying to provide the enlightenment, we are trying to provide to our people back home about biodiversity. What are the impact? What are the significance? What are the dividend? What they will up to achieve if they follow some of those principles and values or standards, if they follow some of those regulations we are about to recommend, the social economic benefits, what they hope to achieve if they try to follow some of those regulations from the forestry agency, from the how you call uh, the other agency there, I think
The
forestry and
EPA,
another
the EPA, you got an EPA.
that of the EPA. What impact those policy have on us? What economic impact? Because it has a greater economic impact as well as the social impact. So we
Okay,
should not
okay.
just keep talking about it and keep overlooking it. We are here today to provide some of those way forward, some of those insight, because what we have observed over the years, decades upon decades, our people are yet to get the actual understanding about the environment. So
Okay,
they
so
just
now
use
we were diving into that. We just wanted to get a brief information. What's on your mind? So our guest, Bility, are you okay now, sir? Bility, are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm
You
okay.
good,
I'm okay.
Bility?
Sorry that the internet was. Yeah,
Yeah, we
I'm here.
understand. Okay, let's go ahead. So introduce yourself and then let's kick the ball rolling.
Can you get me clear?
Yeah, yeah, you are okay now. You are okay.
Okay, sorry that the internet. Okay, sorry that the internet is giving me a hard time. But again, I'm Bility M. Geninyan. I work for the Forestry Development Authority (FDAs). I serve as a chief warden for the Foya proposed protected area and the wildlife investigator for regions 2 and regions 1.
Okay. Okay. So now you are assigned Foya, right? You are serving as the chief power warden of the Foya proposed protected area, right?
You got that correct. You are
Okay,
correct on that.
so there's a topic tonight. We are looking at the role of protected area when it comes to biodiversity conservation in Liberia. So I mean, the floor is yours. You can now discuss the topic. What is it about? What are the roles that the protected area plays when it comes to biodiversity conservation? I mean, in Liberia. Let's hear you.
Again, thank you for the opportunities, and I'm grateful to be here. Let's get straight to the issue because of time or because of the internet as well. So we're not going to talk so much. Protected area in Liberia is very essential, and protected area are the cornerstone of biodiversity conservation in Liberia. In a sense that we may be aware that in our countries we are faced with a lot of forest degradation. So as such, there are need for us to conserve more forests for ourselves and our future generations to come. Because if we are not careful, we will be like other countries around us here. For example, I am currently in the Foya proposed protected area, and the Foya proposed protected areas is in northwest Liberia, which is situated both Bapolu County and Lufa County. And it may interest you to know in that landscape, It is a transboundary landscape combined with the Gola Forest National Park in Liberia and the Gola Rainforest in Sierra Leone. So as we speak, in our entire forest block, the Foya proposed
Network problem. So again, folks, when you are following this is Screen Vision, we want to say welcome and sorry for the break in. You know, the kind of place we have the networking Liberia is not very stable. So as we await our guests to come back, let's continue to talk about what on our mind. So JJ, Sylvester JJ. Yeah, can you unmute yourself and then you tell us what on your mind? We are waiting our guests to join us, to rejoin us. So let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Yeah, thank you again for the recommendation. Type of platform, such a platform like this, we usually hope to get recommendations on what may be discussed. As you all may be aware, issues of biodiversity conservation on protected area is a matter of concern, especially with regards to global warming. And looking forward, I'm hoping that our guest will deep deeply into discussion points and relevant questions that are on my mind will be asked, and looking forward to see how best we can engage, because we can discuss all what we want to discuss here. It's almost like we are discussing it on the platform, but we need to make sense of it to see how best it can get the recognition of national leaders who have the willpower to implement issues pertaining to our environment. So I just hope for a fruitful discussion and a platform that which I can get additional information or practical explanations on how management of environments looks like. So basically, that's all. I'm glad to be here again. I sincerely apologize for the delay because of my engagement with the community. So
Okay.
yeah,
That,
thank
that
you.
we understand. Okay, thank you so much. Javed, what's up, my man? Let's hear you. What's on your mind from Liberia? What's the latest news in Liberia right now? Unmute
Yeah.
yourself.
Well, the library is okay. By the way of introduction, I'm panelist Jaffa G. Vincent. Concerning the show today, our discussion points. Although I'm now from the background of environmental science, but I think as an entrepreneur, I have a role to play in biodiversity conservation. So, in conserving our our species, we have to understand and push forward and encourage our people. But again, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be on the platform. I hope our guests will, as JJ said, I hope our guests will deeply into the topic, despite the time and the network, because we have our questions and recommendations to make.
Yeah,
Once again, I'm happy being on the platform.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So our guest tonight is not just an ordinary person when it comes to forest matter. They serve as the park warden for the Lepiso Multiple U Reserve in Grand Cape County, and served in that position for 5 years. Now he currently in Foya. So and he attended a lot of trainings. So Bility understands the issue of biodiversity conservation, understand forest matter, most especially when it comes to the protection of Liberia forest. So I can assure you, even the public, those who following tonight, I want you to rest and show that you're going to get the kind of information you want, Bility to actually give you what you really want. So it's just that the network is kind of a challenging in Liberia. So that's why you see he's keep going off and on, off and on. So let us just take a musical break as we wait ability to rejoin us. I think Philomena know this one. So forest is life. Forest is life. You need to use it wisely. If you are following from Morovia, if you're following from Kigali, I mean from Nima, wherever you are following us from, this is Screen Vision. We are very sorry because of the network. It's kind of challenging to our people back home, most especially our guests. Even one of our panelists she's trying to join Rebecca, but it's kind of challenging for her. I don't know what's going on, but we hope to have a good show as we I wait the guests to join us tonight. So, like I was saying, Bility is somebody who understands the issue of protected area management, and we hope that tonight he's going to give us all the best tonight. So, we want to recognize few people who are following. We got Victor Mame following, and we want to say thanks for following. We got Vanity Carter who is following as well. Vanity, thank you so much for following. We got Courage Washington following. Courage, thank you so much. We got Lila Doppler following. Lila, we want to say thanks for following and kind of share. Let us share our share the show to others who are not following so they can follow. We got YLSF GP. Yeah, that's the man YLSF from Yanza Kigali. Let's say Rwanda. So YLSF also following. We want to say thanks for following. And this is Screen Vision. The network giving us serious problem. Our guest is finding it difficult to come on. So, guys, let us look at the issue of this protected area. I mean, the role of it when it comes to biodiversity conservation. Brooks, let's hear you on this. What actually the role when it comes to the role of the protected area when it comes to biodiversity conservation or management? What's your take, Brooks? Brooks, are you following?
Okay, Comrade Title, thank you very much for the recognition. When we talk about biodiversity conservation, especially when it comes to the context of Liberia, we know that the protected area plays a very crucial role in safeguarding the biodiversity, preserving the ecosystem. It also helps in mitigating climate change, promoting the sustainability or sustainable development when it comes to the sustainable development goal. So in Liberia, the establishment of protected area is a vector issue that we need to pay key attention to in the process of conserving the country's biodiversity heritage. So especially when it comes to the Foya protected area, it plays a very important role. Biodiversity plays important role in the economic. It has economic benefit. It has environmental benefit. It also has the cultural benefit, and the community in which that protected area is situated also benefits from that biodiversity conservation. So some of those benefits, if I will have much time, I can name you some of those benefits based on my expertise, especially from my background of environmental study. So when it comes to the environmental benefit for protected area, it provides habitat preservation, where in that case, it helps in preserving the habitat of those biodiverse species that are found in that protected area or in that area. And then it also helps in the genetic diversity of those biodiversity. When we talk about genetic diversity, it protects the area by protecting the genetic diversity, the species that are occurring in that particular area. Okay, then we talk about the ecosystem services. It helps in providing ecosystem services where when we talk about clean water, when we talk about purification of water, when we talk about climate regulations, and even soil conservation, these are the ecosystem services that biodiversity, I mean, protected area gives to biodiversity conservation. It helps in climate mitigation, like I said earlier. When we talk about biodiversity, I mean, climate mitigation, it helps in absorbing the carbon dioxide that are found in that area. And carbon dioxide, you know, the role of species or the role of trees in protected area, they can absorb the carbon dioxide
Okay.
from
Thank you so much.
the.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you. Thank you,
thank you for the
Brooks.
time. I wish I
Brooks,
could
thank
have
you.
much time to explain much on that while we're waiting for our guests. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. So our guest is finding it difficult to join through the link because of the network problem. So he's going to use we'll use the mark. He's on the line now. I think we're going to use that mail so that we can go through the topic. So if you are following, you will see our guest on the screen because we are going to join him through the cell phone. You're going to call direct for us to have the conversation. So Ability, are you getting me?
I'm there, I'm here.
Okay, so you got guys, are you getting Ability?
So I'm sorry to the point that the internet connection and the link I'm getting somehow difficult to get through 5 minutes up and on. So that I decided to call through direct, so that
Hello? The network is giving you a tough time, guys. I don't know what is going.
I think
Yeah, go ahead, Ability. Go ahead.
no way.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, okay,
I
go
think
ahead.
it's clear, right?
Yeah. Are you getting the guess?
It's little bit low. Let him
She need
try
to
to
be
give
a bit audible.
So
Are you getting me?
yeah, you need to be a bit audible. Sorry, please raise your voice small.
I am audible.
Yeah, okay, let's
I'm
go ahead.
saying you guys getting me clear now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry for the kind of disturbing situation of the internet connection to where I'm at. And I was following as relates to the particular area at the corner store about the possibility.
Sorry, guys, it's like you guys are not getting Ability. Even I think he's very low, right? You guys getting him? You guys was getting Ability?
actually we are not getting him. We are not getting actually.
Yeah, the network is kind of a bad.
It's very, very
The
low.
network is
Yeah, Ability,
the
just try
network
to rejoin again. Let's see. Just try to rejoin. Try to rejoin. Let's see what. Yeah. So, bros, go ahead. You are in route. Go ahead, bros.
Okay, like I was saying biodiversity has a very, I mean, the protection of a protected area has a very vital role to be played in the conservation of biodiversity, where I try to give you those significance, the benefits that can be awarded to environment, which are listed here. And when it comes to the community that particular area is situated, it plays a very important role improving the livelihood of those people who live in that community. Meaning it can protect the areas and give the it helps in supporting the local livelihood or the people who live in that area, and then the activities that they are involved in, especially when it comes to the eco tourism activities. It helps in sustainable resource management. It helps also in the community-based conservation activities that is within that area. It helps in the cultural heritage when it comes to preservation. When I talk about cultural heritage, it protects the area that is often contain the culturally significant site.
Okay,
Those
the
areas
culture is on the
that
living side. Our guest is back.
yeah.
Sorry, Brooks. Our guest is back.
Okay.
Sorry for. Yeah, Bility, let's hear you. I think you are good now. Bility, are you okay? Bility?
I'm getting you.
Yeah, okay, go ahead now.
I'm
Go
getting
ahead.
you.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We're listening. Go ahead.
Can I continue?
Yeah, yes. Please do.
Can I continue?
Yes, please do. Please do.
Is you guys getting me?
Yes, Bility, we are getting you. Go ahead. You are good.
It's so disappointing that that I cannot get on track. Am I?
Yeah, just go ahead. Go ahead. Bility is frozen. The network. Yeah, so come bro, just in, and then let's hear from another person. Just in, you're in, you just in, and then let another person come in.
Yeah, actually, it's so disappointing for our guests to be off and on when it comes to the network problem in Liberia. We can blame him actually. It's just a network problem. Like I was saying, we need to actually pay key attention to protected areas in Liberia because when it comes to the economic benefits, it plays actual role in the ecotourism activities in the country. It helps in promoting or increasing the economic activities, maybe the revenue of the government. Because if you preserve or you conserve those biodiversity species, you also use tourists or tourists from another country to go and visit that site. It helps in increasing the tourism activity. I mean, not tourism activity, but it helps in increasing the revenue of the government. It protecting the biodiversity area. It helps also in resource management. When we talk about resource management, it comes about where resource sustainability management and activities that are involved into protected area. It also helps in poverty reduction, and besides that, the value of property that are particularly in that area, it helps in protecting the values of that property. It creates job opportunity for other people. The people who are
Okay.
living in that particular area, it helps them to get little job because when they are managing the park or when they are managing the particular area, it helps them to increase their livelihood and living activities. So, Comrade Title, there are more to talk, but I believe there are other people who can share more knowledge about that based on time. I will give the time to other people, though we are here
Yeah,
to
thank
give
you.
more knowledge
Thank
about
you.
it.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much for the
So
opportunity provided me.
we why is JJ? We are facing sure network problem from our guest. Our guest is facing problems, so we don't know. We still waiting to rejoin the conversation tonight. Let's hear you, Abigail. We are discussing the issue of forest protected area role in when it comes to issue of biodiversity conservation in Liberia or even in the world. What's your take on this topic tonight?
Yeah, so when it comes to the issue of biodiversity, there are so many benefits, like environmental benefits. And when we come to environmental benefit, there are other benefits like health benefit. Because from research, I've learned that biodiversity and conservation help in improving the ecosystem. And once you have a healthy ecosystem, you also have a healthy population. And it can
So
help in providing clean air, it help in clean water supply, it help to filter pollutants, and help with clean water circulation. And once a population have a clean water and a clean air, they stand a better chance to be healthy. So biodiversity, we should not look at it only from the environmental perspective, but it also has some health benefits. So it's very essential to every nation because it will help us to have a healthy population as well as a good environment that have to do with the ecosystem. So
Okay.
that's
Thank you. A good environment has to do with the ecosystem. So like you're saying, there are many important role when it comes to the issue of protected area, the role it plays in biodiversity conservation. Who is here? Okay, so, Rebecca just John. Rebecca, are you good? We are not getting you. You okay, Rebecca? Okay. So Sylvester JJ, let's hear you on the one, bro. Let's hear you.
You know the previous panelists just clearly lay out simplest form on the essence of protecting um significant areas in our environment. My dear brother Brooks, he mentioned of the economic benefit that are attached, and my sister Abigail also mentioned the health benefit. As you may be
Okay.
aware that if your people are not healthy, it poses a threat to national development. So for the fact that this area needs to be protected, it's a must that it should. And everyone may be aware of the growing situation now with climate changes or climate change, as I may say, and protecting areas or biodiversity areas is very key to achieving some of the goals of the United Nations, the SDG.
Okay.
So for the
Mm-hmm.
fact that Liberia has an area within the Foya belt is a must that it should be protected, and but it also goes in another form too.
Mm-hmm.
We understand the threat that residents within those nearby area pose to our conservation site. So there's a need that we firstly want to hear these challenges from the chief of the FDA who is in charge of that area, knowing these issues and seeing how best we can better brainstorm on recommendations towards keeping our conserved or keeping our biodiversity area very protected.
Yeah, keeping our biodiversity, intact because it plays a significant role. And we're talking about biodiversity, folks. If you are following, we're not only looking at the plant. We are looking at both plant and species, both plant and animals. So everything we put it together, we talk about biodiversity. We are not only looking at maybe plant or we're looking at animal. We put the plant and animal together. That's why we're talking about biodiversity conservation. So when we are conserving, we need to conserve the plant, we need to conserve the animal. So where do the animal live? The animal live in the forest. So of course, once you conserve the forest, definitely you are somehow conserving that identical animal or those species that live within that environment. And in Liberia, we have a lot of protected area. If I'm mistaken, I think 5 or 6. And this one is trying to establish in the Lofa. It's just a new one. It's not fully protected. They stay in the process. And if you take the community forest from them, that identical area that is going to be under protection is where people usually go to fetch the wood. People go there to make fun. I think our guest is back. Bility, are you okay now?
I think I'm
Yeah.
much better.
Okay, so go ahead. Yeah, you are
So I'm
good now. Go
sorry
ahead.
again. This is the kind of situation we find ourselves in. Thank you to all of you. I was just listening to the other panel propounding. I've listened to the issue of protecting trees. Like I was saying, the role of protected area in biodiversity conservation, I said protected is a cornerstone, a cornerstone of
Mm-hmm.
biodiversity conservation. with the Foya proposed protected area, thinking that you are just informing them that it's a new protected area that's on the way. It is not passed by law yet, but as we speak, we have gone far with some of the activities because they step in establishing protected areas. So we have gone, I can see 85% protected area in Liberia. I was saying that the corridor there is a very large forest block that comprises of the Gola Forest National Park in Liberia and the Gola Rainforest National Park in Sierra Leone. So
Okay.
I was setting an example on the basis of forest degradation because somebody was asking whether what is the importance. Somebody might ask what is the importance of all conserving area or protecting area as a protected forest. So I was setting practical example on the basis of Sierra Leone because my protected areas is a trans-boundary protected area that with Sierra Leone and the Gola National Park. So as we speak now, if you cross to our counterpart side in Sierra Leone doesn't have forest now. The only forest in Sierra Leone now is that Gola Forest National Park. That is why if you gravel, if you take it from there, you'll be arrested. So you notice that what they do at the bordering point, like from the Vahun Bill, the Vahun is a mandate trap sitting there in Lufa there. And then if you cross to Sierra Leone to go to the Geninyan side, the Mendipo are also there. So now they are harvesting timber from our end to carry the Sierra Leone for roofing of houses and other things, or other furniture material on ground
Okay.
because they did not protect the menace area or many forest block in Sierra Leone at the time. Now they are getting to know the importance of forests. So protected area is very essential and significant when it comes to biodiversity conservation. For example, we we are losing animals as we speak in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
So if we cannot protect more forests, then we lose more animals. Imagine the Foya proposed protected area as we are fighting to gazette that place as a national park. We are losing animals because we are now fighting with poacher. Many people thinking take the hunting of animals or poaching activity as their livelihood. So as such, we from the Forest Development Authority, we cannot just come to establish the protected area without also providing livelihood alternative. Somebody may ask,
So you cannot conserve the area without providing a livelihood for those who live around the identical protected area that you're going to the forest that you're going to conserve, because remember those people their livelihood depends on the identical forest. So if you want to conserve the forest, meaning you have to find another alternative for those people to survive. So their ability will going, and that's one of the challenge we are facing in Liberia. Yeah. So if you want to protect the area and no community living on the forest, what do? You have to provide another means for them to survive. And if you not provide that means, I mean, you won't protect that area, because if you protect the area, you trying to conserve, those people will still find means to enter in the identical forest block to carry on, illegal activities. They can be hunting, when
so
when
so
you, when you okay,
I'm not
yeah,
calling
take
you
it down.
Tata, but from my observation now, I don't think it's just internet. What I'm seeing on my screen is that the city is overcrowded. So say I'm the last person to be alive. Whenever I'm talking, then I will always go off. That's what I'm
Okay,
suspecting
so
now.
we're coming. Well, let me do something. Mr. Vincent, just drop Javed. Go back. Javed, go backstage. Let's see that. Let's try to reduce the panelists from on tonight, and then let's see what will happen. Uh,
That's what I see.
yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's try to reduce some of these. Okay. So go ahead, go ahead. I don't think you will go off. Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so like I was saying that so we cannot protect or conserve or declare an area as a protected area. We've not been thinking about livelihood option because mind you, in managing protected area, the Forest Development Authority (FDA) and APANDO cannot manage the protected area by themselves without the involvement of community. So in so doing, now we have a new dimension as compared to when they were establishing like the Sapo National Park. What they did at that time, because years back when the project were proposed as a protected area, they only went exactly by that mark and that size. Whether community were living within or living around, that's how they passed it. But now what we're doing is that we're taking into consideration a settlement because
Yeah,
year by the project have been proposed. So now, if you look at the time frame now, before you now trying to gazette them as a national park, there have been a lot of so you see people living within some area that was not even a town before now is a town that is sitting center of the forest. So what we are doing now is that we are making sure to make sure to look at livelihood option and then cut portion of that forest, go to the community for their livelihood. Not just stopping there, with our conservation panel, like other international conservation panel and national conservation panel are also pulling in with a lot of livelihood option. For example, in the Foya proposed protected area now, we have what we call community eco garden. Those community
yeah.
eco garden are recruiters. If anybody want to inject again, let me know, then I can slow down.
No, go ahead. We'll bring you. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so those community eco garden are recruited in various towns and villages around the protected area because it's part of livelihood option because there are a lot of them out there are dependent on the forest for their survival. So therefore, if you want to deprive them or want to stop them from hunting or doing other things, you should find option. So now some of them have been trained as a forest eco guard. They are working along with us to also be able to sensitize their people, to be able to carry on awareness, to be able to carry on surveillance patrol. And every month they take a stampede from our panel. Some of them are paid based on mission as well. Not stopping them,
Okay,
as we
okay.
speak, we are encouraging people to do.
Yeah, Bility. So, how many acre or hectares are we talking about here?
So the Foya proposed area, when they were proposed, it was 200 and 264,000 hectares when they were proposed. But based on all of the things I just said, in the establishing process, there are a lot of challenges like community living within some communities are very close to the park, so you have a cut portion. So as we speak
Okay.
now, it is 106,000 hectares.
So, what are those people saying? I mean, those who live around the identical area that want to conserve, are they really happy for the development? I mean, because those people were depending on the forest for their survival, and now you guys are protecting it. Why are they saying? I mean, you listen to people in the corner discussing some of this issue. What are the feedback you guys getting when it comes to the issue of conserving that area?
So the issue of establishing protected area around the world, not just Liberia, around the world, these are the challenges that you always have to meet. How
Okay.
community will respond when it comes to, where the you are talking there now is a proposed protected area and it is becoming to become a protected area. So the best thing you do is to carry on more awareness. And now, like I told you, the new dimension of protected area where you take into consideration the number of communities that was not there when the plan was proposed and the number of communities that we have now because of population growth, you have to cut portion of that forest. Like I told you, the forest was 264,000 hectares. Now, as we speak, it is 106,000 hectares. Therefore,
and 50 some more have been cut off for community livelihood. That means that you are not taking the entire forest from the community, because there should be portion there that they want to make farm, because you are aware that here we are supposed to survive on subsistence farming in our rural area. Portion have been there. But the more important thing is in particular area establishment is more conservation awareness, and then the community will begin to grab the concepts. So as we speak, the Foya proposed protected area, our people now are understanding the importance of the forest ecosystem around them on the basis of, because there are a lot of things that we ask them. You are here, you use your take single barrel and just go right behind the horse and come with me and eat. Are you doing that now? Or are you seeing that now? Man, I will tell you no. We ask them. There were certain animals that used to be here years back. Is it possible to see them now? So I tell you, we don't see them no more. So do you think that it is important that the few that we have to conserve them? So some people will start thinking, this is true. We are eating chicken feed now. We're not eating chicken feed before. So I mean, the major work that needs to be done in the establishing of protected areas is you think about conservation education. Conservation education is very paramount in establishing protected area, and also make sure community participation, because you have to make the community feel that they will take ownership. But if you think you are going to, work alone without the community, therefore you have future issue. So that's why in the establishment project we have what we call consent, community consent. Meaning is all the town and villages around that area, we have to agree that yes, we are agreed that a place should be a protected area. So that therefore the leadership of those towns, like the town chief, the youth chair, the women wing chair, the parliament chief, the clan chief, they all have that consent people. That is one of the steps down there. Then after that, you have to do what we call local stakeholder engagement, local stakeholder meeting. That local stakeholder meeting that will bring together, like I told you, the protected area is sitting both in the stakeholder from Babulu County and the stakeholder from Lofa County in a one town hall meeting where you guys will sit down, and agree on the name or a conservation agreement on the protected area. That local stakeholder meeting will bring about the district commissioner, the clan chief, the paramount chief, the superintendent of the county, and other major stakeholders within in the county, like county agriculture coordinator, EPA, other government agencies will come in that town, have a very good meeting. Afterward, they get what we call national stakeholder meeting. That national now is where you're going to involve district representative, you're going to senator and other national stakeholders that will be involved, like legies and other people, mines and energies, land authority. Those are institutions that work together along with the Forest Development Authority. That is the national stakeholder meeting. After the national stakeholder meetings,
Bility, sorry, where are we now when it comes to the completion of that process? Where are we when it comes to getting that area protected? Where are we?
So our target was to present the Gazettement package to the national legislature in 2023, but then we couldn't, because we all know Liberia situation when it comes to election year. So the election year and then we also feel when it comes to the land formalization process, which we didn't do. So now our partner and all are looking for funding for land formalization process. When that is done now, because we have done with the flagging as well, the flagging have been done, and the other thing that later to you we have done with already now. The community are also consent. They are signed the consent form. So we need to do now community land formalization. When that is done, then we can now present the national Gazettement package to the national legislature. That's where we are.
Okay, thank you. There where we are. So, guys, if you are following, we want to say thanks for following. We have been facing serious problem with the network from our guest, but I think he's somehow stable now. So, we are not really recognizing you guys following because we don't have time, and we just going through the conversation. But as you can see, I'm highlighting your comments and that your why you are saying, I think highlighting on the screen. So keep following, and you can share our our live tonight. So this is Screen Vision, and we are coming to you live from Kigali, Rwanda. I want to say thanks one more for following. So Rebecca, thank you for joining. I know you've been finding it difficult to join. Thank you for coming. So we want to take questions from around a question. Each panel will have a time to have ask two questions each panel, and then we'll go for the first one round, one question, and then later we go for the second one. So I think Bility, you can wait small so that we can get few questions from our panelists, and then we will get back to you. So Abigail, you listen to the presentation of
Dada,
the
I
yes
hope we
sir.
can do it one at a time. As they ask and then I respond, and then
Yeah.
another person ask, then I respond. That would be better for me.
Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem, sir. No problem. So Abigail, let's hear you. You've been following.
Yeah, so I think he said the process is at maybe like 80% now when it comes to completion. So I want to know what are some monitoring and evaluation activities that you guys are putting in place in order to keep that place very safe so that it will not be penetrated. Mr. Belletti, I hope you are getting me.
I'm getting you clear. I'm getting you, Abigail. So thank you for your question. And that is very essential because while we are talking about establishing that place or passing it by law, there's a need to also pay more attention because if we don't do that as we are in the process of discernment. There'll be lots of animals. There'll be lot of other indigenous species. So the tools we are using now is we have a biomonitoring team that conducting constant biomonitoring in the forest to collect data as relates to the type of animal species that are in our forest, what are their status, and what is the threat to them. We are conducting, that's why we have research technicians as well. And we also have, like I told you, the community forest eco guard who live with in the community with the community people that we recruited from in that community. They are also helping us in the process of community engagement and conservation awareness in various towns and villages, informing our people about the importance of the protected area, about the importance of protecting that area for their own use. So we focus on conservation awareness and how to call surveillance patrol and power monitoring patrol. That's what we are continuing right now. And you see that
Okay.
we are not only doing that, we are also providing livelihood alternative. Like our panel SNL, who is the giant with us, is a main panel in the landscape that helping us to create other livelihood alternative for our people, such as Margot Loan program, such as giving cocoa seedling to people to do cocoa farming, and also supporting lowland farming with other farmers as well to plant rice.
Okay. Thank you so much. Abigail, are you okay with the question with the answer? I think you listen to the guests, right?
Yes, so when it comes to that, I would like to recommend that you guys have a mechanism put in place like to track progress when the protected area have been put into use, where you have to track progress, how to track progress, so you will know where you have areas that have lapses, so you can be able to work on them in order to improve the livelihood of the species and that of the forest at large. So it's very essential that you guys also be tracking record, not just telling people to go to neighboring town, tell them not only about the education of telling them that biodiversity is important, But there are things you need to put in place, mechanism to track progress so that we will
So
have a very smooth and meaningful protected area in
Okay.
biodiversity and conservation.
Abigail, if you are getting me clear first, I told you because we call bio monitoring. Bio
Okay.
monitoring, so that bio monitoring will do the forest by grade system. That means block. We monitor by block to know which are have threat and which are have lesser threat. So that bio monitoring
Mm-hmm.
patrol is exactly in the forest to collect data. You're going to collect human activities.
Okay.
You're going to collect direct animal observation or indirect animal observation. You're going to collect other data as well in that forest block to make sure to know if at grade 54, like let's say we got grade 1 to all the way to grade 102 or grade 100, 205. So if you have the scene like the for example, we got grade 54, we have what we call mining. Mining is a threat in our particular biome. So now we start to see how we can mitigate the issue of mining. Like maybe you go to grade 56, hunting became a threat because it was based on the data that they collect and bring to us. So we also have record on that. So I hope that I'm sorry that the show didn't start well with me because of the kind of display correction, but we have a lot of data, and then you want to share data where you can do that.
Okay. Thank you. So
Are you
we
okay
have
with that? Are you good?
yeah, yeah, sure. We she will come back
Hello?
the next round. Yeah, Bility, I think she's okay with that. We'll come back for the next round. So we have two persons who is from the identical area, Foya. Two persons here from Foya, from the Lofa Bell. We have Jerry and we have Rebecca. These are people that from that area. So we want to listen to Jerry. Jerry, coming, sir, the Forestry Development Authority or the government of Liberia is establishing the protected area within your community. I mean, what's your question to the guests you've been following?
Yeah, thanks so much for giving me the podium to bring my input or ask questions. I sit and listening to our guests, and my attention have been drawn to our farmers. In that place, we are involved into a shifting cultivation.
Yeah,
And what my gardening is this technical department put into place to help our people because we are lacking our tools to say we have a farming into a single place and taking 106,000 acres of land for one place is a huge land. So what mechanism are you putting into place to help support the farmers, those who involved in our identical locality with shady cultivation, agricultural activities?
okay,
So thank you. And another correction there is that the proposed product area name is Foya, but to be honest with you, it's not around the Foya district, bro. The proposed product area, the 106,000 hectares I'm talking about, is not just in Lofa, it's in both Lofa and Bapolu County as well. So it's in the Kolahun, the Lukambe, and the Vahun district and Komba district in Bapolu County.
I
So
understand.
we are now adapted.
I understand that community there is farmers that live there. So I'm concerned with these farmers.
So I coming. Hold your peace. I coming. So you are also right. Hold your peace. That's why I told you in managing protected area, community livelihood is very paramount. So we are cognizant of that. So therefore, what we are doing, we are supporting what we call cooperation. There are people who have cocoa farm, other people who want to do cocoa farm as well. So we are providing a ceiling. As I will speak, we got a project called Lego Green Project, and Brad is also helping us to also implement part of that project as well to provide cocoa seeding for people in the cocoa community to be able to, provide their own cocoa for their own self. And mind you, we are providing the cocoa seeding and also supporting them to plant that cocoa seeding for themselves, pay them, and so that they can be for subsistence use because we don't want a short-term project. We want a sustainable thing that they can be able to manage for themselves. In so doing, we are also helping farmers that are doing low-land farming, swamp farming, to produce them rest as well, rest seeding, and to support them how to make that rest farm. All we are concerned about is that the portion that we call aside as a protected area, that should be intact so that it can help our country future generation as well. And we are all aware about the issue of the mitigation of climate change as well around the world.
Okay, thank you. So you guys are providing
Are you
ceilings
okay with
for
that?
those. Jared?
I am okay, well, especially when it comes to educating our people to lowland farming is there where our driving at. Once that is put in place, I'm okay.
Okay, thank you. I mean, because if on that side, and so you won't know what they're doing for the farmers. But that's good. Let's hear you. Rebecca. No, let leave Rebecca. Let's go to JJ.
Thank you.
JJ. Let's hear you on this one. What's your
I mean,
question
Jerry,
to the
Jerry,
guests?
you and I will look at Sunday.
Yeah, Jerry won't know about the people. Yeah. Semester, let's hear you.
Okay, thank you very much again for the recognition. I sat keenly and listened to the guest. I'm so amazed that you guys are doing quite a great work, especially taking advantage of some of those low-hanging fruit in order to addressing these problems. But I'm quite concerned in regards to the financing arrangement or agreement in getting the project completed and also sustaining those low-hanging fruit that you are taking advantage of.
we just lost the guest. Uh, we just lost the guest. We lost the guest. We hope that he join us soon. I mean, the network actually giving problem.
Yes,
It,
yes,
it
yes.
is rainy
So
season in Liberia, so the rain too probably is raining there. I don't know, but I think it's
it's my
also
hope that
okay.
he it is my hope
Yeah,
that he comes back.
yeah, he coming back. He just
Okay,
okay.
but so my question is, okay, firstly I want to applaud you people for the great work done so far. As in regards to establishing, it's not actually easy to establish a new protected area, uh, because everyone has it's a joint effort, and you need everyone participation. So basically, I'm just concerned in terms of the financing arrangement or agreement in having the project completed, and also sustaining those smaller projects of which you are taking advantage of as low-hanging fruit, to ensuring that the park or the protected area is completed 100%. So what's the financing arrangement or agreement like? Is it like you guys are getting more support from government, or is a World Bank initiative?
So thank you. Normally in the issue of project implementation in the protected areas is always done by conservation NGO, because the government cannot be the regulatory arm, or the government cannot be the one who evaluate then themselves, where they self will implement project, and the sit down they themselves, be the one to implement the project and sit down and evaluating. So what we normally do is we lobby for donor funding. Conservation projects come in with donor funding, and then they take, based on our own data that we can collect, which aspect of livelihood we think that is needed, and then they can able to provide those livelihood. It's not that they are special funding from government. Government is challenged. We are all aware that government is challenged all over the world. So government cannot do all by itself without international and local partners. So like the Foya Popo Protected Area, our main partner now is the Society for Conservation Nature of Liberia, SNL, who is also there, trying to lobby for projects on behalf of that protected area, because they are the leading arm when it comes to
The network, they are the leading arm, SCNL. So SCNL is a conservation organization that based in Liberia. They are working with the Gola Protected Area, the Gola Forest National Park. They are working in line with the Forestry Development Authority to help to protect those forests. And Bility said the identical area they're trying to conserve, it has a connection with the Gola Forest National Park. So I think you were talking about the issue about SCNL contributing when it comes to protecting identical area. So, Bility, you're back. Let's continue. You're back.
So like I was saying, there are no special fund sitting now somewhere from the government of Liberia to do all the financing we're talking about. But you are aware that as we speak, the entire world is challenged with the issue of climate change. So we Liberia having more bulk of forest in the Upper Guinean forest. So we have more attention is paid to by international panel. So we just need to do the right thing. We need to do best conservation practices in our country. And then when the post see that, and when we lobby for project, they will able to help us to able to maintain more forest, because our forest is not only helping Liberia, but it also helping the entire world as large.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, if I made Tatos, the reason I asked this question because every now and then when our leaders go to these general assembly, they always make mention of climate financing, climate financing, climate financing. So I wanted to know as to whether Liberia, although maybe you are not in that position to answer such a question, but and maybe you might have some information, as in regards to protecting areas for to avoid problem towards our climate. So, how far is the financing agreement with the World Bank to Liberia in terms of financing to ensuring that we protect the environment at large?
So that question is big, and I think that the managing director and other people able to respond to such question as relates to how far we are, about such climate finance. But as we speak, we are in the green economy now, what we call the carbon economies. So we just need to our own job, like for me as a protected area manager, I need to more focus on how to keep the forest intact, and the policymaker are the one who will go up there, and lay our case to the world that we like for instance, the past two government, the the early led government and the past government that just left. Prior to that, we have what we call the Liberia Forest Project. I didn't know about it, right? From the Norway
Yeah,
government to
sure.
the World Bank.
Yeah.
To help to boom protected area. Even the issue of the Foya protected area, they were the one who initiated that before the project will come to an end. But that question is big. That question level are people to answer that. I want to answer more technical question as compared to that.
Okay, thank you. So there is no special fund as sitting somewhere. Like you said, I was part of a project called the Liberian Forest Sector Project, and the aim of that project was to reduce emission from deforestation and forest degradation. So that project was financed by the Norwegian government. They gave Liberia, I think, well, 1 point something million to protect their forests. So, but for now, I don't think in establishing that identical area you have such a money, sitting somewhere that they're going to use. So JJ, Sylvester JJ. Yeah, so are you okay with that? You listen to a
I'm
response,
I'm
right?
I'm I'm
But,
quite
but,
Another
aware,
question.
because when I asked a question,
Senator,
I set up a caveat. I said maybe you are not in the position to answer that, but if you have some information, you can share with us.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure,
Yeah, but I'm
definitely. Yeah,
satisfied
the, the,
with the question I've asked.
the only thing I can tell you now, Senator, is that as I speak to you, we had a project coming out in 2025. It's in both, will be implemented in both Liberia, it's a forest project. Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau, Togo, and Ghana. So I think a week ago, we at technicians were there to see whether we can validate that project document. But then for some of our team that are covering the fee, we raised the issue because we're looking at the finance. In our finance, the Sierra Leone and other country Sierra Leone gets 6 million, I think Guinea-Bissau 5.6 million, and ours is 3.3. So
Very
3.3
good.
million. So in that meetings, I raised a serious issue there, and that debate was also discussed. I told them that we cannot have a buffer of forest, and our money is small. So therefore, we need to revisit our identical project to see how we can raise Liberia on the money, or because we have bulk of forest that is helping the entire world. So we are getting there gradually, bit by bit.
Yeah. I think that was a very good one. You good uh stuff that you propose to the people. I think once they raise our money, it's going to help the forestry development authority to conserve more forests. So Rebecca, you from that Foya belt. Uh, let's hear you on this discussion tonight concerning the issue of protected area management, and you're looking at how can the people within that area benefit. I think listening to Bility presentation. So what's your question? Let's Bility respond to you. Unmute yourself. You are muted. Unmute yourself. While we were wait.
So
Yeah, Bility, go
so
ahead.
that
Yeah.
so this issue of, I think you guys did a very brilliant job by even bringing the topic as relates to the role of protected area in biodiversity conservation in Liberia. So we actually need to expand our protected area network in Liberia because it will contribute significantly to biodiversity conservation. Mind you, we are losing a lot of species as well. So if we cannot protect what we have now, because you know that when places are being passed by law as a national park or a national protected area now, everything within that particular forest ecosystem is protected, and that's going to help us. And now, as I speak to
Yeah.
you, the Foya proposed protected area is the elephant kingdom. You go patrol, you follow living
Okay.
elephants. So, and those elephants now, do you know they are escaping from the Gola side because of hunters? So now the virgin forest now is the Foya proposed area. There where they all coming out. So if we cannot protect that area, then we'll have to bring ourselves in the future. We'll lose more of our protected species as well. So protected area network expansion is very essential when it comes to biodiversity conservation in Liberia. And it is all of
Okay.
our business. We
Thank
will
you.
do conservation to support that. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope
So
that I hope you guys are out there could also be sparring some project for us for finance. You guys are up there can do that for us. They ought to support us.
So that's why we have a social program. That's why Screen Vision is here to, I mean, discuss this issue to the public, because there are other organizations or some investors will be out there probably that have money and then they have interest in this technical issue of conservation. So they might invest when it comes to conserving the forest. So we want to encourage you to keep giving an update when it comes to the progress aspect as you got go along. Rebecca
Oh yeah, we are
was asking a question. Go ahead.
we are available at any time, and like I said, I apologize again because of the kind of the zero I have for the show, but the
Yeah.
internet connection, disrupting the whole show. So I hope that we can also plan a very beautiful show next time that that will be sitting in a very quiet or very good internet area, so that we can able to explain or expand on most of the issue that we were not able to touch because of the issue of the internet. Because you can lose trap when you set for something, and at the end of the day, every time you're going off and coming on, you lost. To be able to come to straight vision to share what may be some of our vision that we're thinking about the Foya proposed with that area. For me, I serve as a park manager in the Lake Piso Modibo Youth Reserve in Kidman for 5 years. So what I was able to do there was we were able to help when it comes to eco tracing, because mind you, eco tracing is booming a lot of local economies in other countries. So we also need to start start looking that direction in Liberia. I think you may have watched that it took at the time with the Liberia Forest project to buy to purchase 2 motorboats for boat ride over the Piso for also the same kind of eco tracing use. So now as we speak, if you get to the Piso motorboat you reserve, there is a beautiful area that you come, you go, and you don't want to leave from there. What we call a Wagler jungle law, a very beautiful area that could be a beginning of tracing in Liberia. Also having a seen idea in the features because in the Foya Popo area, we have a lot of beautiful sites there that can also be used for seeing purpose as it is in Lepiso and it's
Okay.
Nima Nature Reserve. We are taking that direction.
Okay, I think Rebecca is back. Rebecca, sorry, your network. So ask your question. You are in route. Ask your question. Unmute yourself, Rebecca.
We are not getting you.
Rebecca, unmute yourself.
Yes, so while we are still waiting for Rebecca, when it
Yeah,
comes to
I
the
think
asking
Brooks.
of
No, we'll come back to you, Abigail. We'll come to you. We'll come back to you. Brooks,
oh,
let's hear you. Ask your question, Brooks.
Yes, let me take this time to appreciate our panelists.
We're listening, Brooks. Go ahead. Brooks, are you there? Brooks?
I guess you are hearing me.
No, we just hearing you now. Go ahead.
Oh, so you are not hearing me?
I get you now. Go ahead. We're getting you. Go ahead.
Okay. I said I just want to appreciate again.
Brooks, go ahead. We're getting you. Go ahead. I don't know what is Brooks. Is that another problem?
So Tata, are you not hearing me still?
Mami, you're okay now.
You
Go
are
ahead. You're okay now. Tell the can live in Kigali, you go live all the way in Yanza. Let's hear you. Abigail, you're asking a question.
yes, so
Go
I was
ahead,
not
Abigail.
really asking. I was not okay, Mr. Bility. Thank you for the elaboration. You have already said a lot, which I really appreciate.
I'm Geninyan. Sorry, Abigail. I'm Geninyan, Mr. Geninyan.
Mr. Genie, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, so I was like doing a recommendation. So when it comes to the issue of ecotourism, keeping it to us in Liberia will not help us to be known that we have an ecotourism site that will help somebody to feel nature. So the one best thing we can do as a country and as a team that you are hearing is to provide a YouTube page or every other social media pages that will help people around the world to know that we have a very important ecotourism site so that investors will come and other people will come to enjoy nature. So I recommend to your team that you please try to do them. Once your burning is done well, like what we observe here in Rwanda, you will notice people will come from all walks of life to enjoy nature in our country, Liberia. So try to do those things so that we will be known to the world. So that's my recommendation. I hope you take them
So,
into consideration.
so your recommendation is taking into consideration Harley, and we look up to doing that in the future as well. We'll do that.
Okay, so while we are with Brooks, I think we can go back for the second round question while we are with Brooks. Jerry, let's hear you for your second question.
Yeah, my second question is to our guest. What is the future plan does the Bureau have for the expanding its network of protected area, improving the management of existing one already?
So thank you. We have a very beautiful future plan. This is why as I speak to you now, let me name you the among the proposed particular area that we are now working in, because the discussion was specific emphasis on the Foya proposed particular area. So that's why I didn't also name most of the area that proposed particular area that is also in the same process as well as Foya. We are doing Foya proposed particular area. At the same time, we are doing Po Mountain is around the Bapolu Bio as well. At the same time, we are also doing what we call Grand Bassa Potential area as well. They are also gazetting that. And we have River G and Grand Cru proposed potential areas as well. We also have Seso Sanquin as a proposed potential area. These are future proposed potential area that we are thinking about expanding to add it to the one we already have. So we have a very huge future plan. We are only lobbying for more funders. And as I speak to you, the core and Foya will be passed by law at the same time, because it is the same panel that is helping to gazette our two protected area, Po and Foya, which is SNL. And then what we did was, because of our panels that we have a lot of conservation panels, we divided the proposed protected area based on which panel is working in each landscape. Like in our landscape in SNL, now we also have the
Okay.
Wologizi and Wonogizi protected area in the same local country. Wologizi and Wonogizi is a two different thing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Wologizi and Wonogizi,
Okay.
Also,
Oh,
why?
yeah, my question is the existing
Yeah.
one.
So
What is the future plan of networking with other proposed area? The
That's
existing
why
one.
I'm telling you. Hello, hello. Are you
I'm
yeah,
getting
go
getting.
me?
ahead.
So
I'm getting.
let me name the
Yeah.
existing potential area that we have now. We have the Sapo National Park. We have the Crown Grove National Park. We have the Gola National Park. We have the Lepiso Multiple Use Reserve. We have East Nema Nature Reserve. Is it five, right? It's a five national potential area that I named to you, not just now. So that five now, right now we are thinking about adding Central Sanquin, Crown Global, Crown Basso, Molo Gizi, Monogizi, Foya, and Po. So we are thinking about adding another seven to the existing five that we have to expand them. Are you getting me clear?
Okay. Yeah,
So
yeah,
now we
yeah,
are
do it.
working in the both proposed potential area landscape to add to the existing one that we have, so that we can have a very large potential area network.
Okay, thank you. Brooks, I think you're okay now. Let's hear your question.
Okay, like I was saying, I'm very sorry for the internet problem. Like I was saying, I just want to appreciate the guests for giving all the insights about biodiversity conservation when it comes to protected area protection. So you made mention about those key components, which I want to just my interest is actually about land use, balancing land use planning with biodiversity conservation, or let's say protected area conservation for the conservation of biodiversity. So I just want to ask this question because you came from a background where you work in many areas in Liberia, not just the, the proposed Foya protected area, but you work in many areas based on your profile. I want to understand that balancing the land use planning in Liberia, um, how are Liberia, how are the land use decisions being made in Liberia, specifically in your protected area that you have been working in? Are there mechanisms in place to ensure that biodiversity conservation is considered in land use planning process? Does your actually your sector engage in the government for those plans to be fruitful or for the benefit of your process? That's the question I really want to understand from you tonight, sir. Thank you.
So thank you, and he asked a very beautiful question. So these have been issue in the past before. So for now, we cannot be a government institution like the Liberia Land Authority, Mines and Energy, the FDA. At the same time, we are fighting on jurisdiction. So what we are doing now is collaboration. We are now collaborating with ministerial agencies now, like the Land Authority, the Mines and Energy, the EPA, FDA, and Ministry of Agriculture, along with LEGE. Those 6 institutions, government institutions, are all responsible for, let's say, they are one way or the other intertwined. So like the new land law act now, the new land law act, that the Mining Act, rather the new the Mining Act, they also consider the issue of protected area and proposed protected area. So we are collaborating with our partners, our government institution partner, so that we all, can work in one direction, because all of the work that we all do, the work that the FDA do, or the work that the Agriculture Ministry do, or Mass and Energy or Land Authority, all is in the same interest of the same Liberian government, all the Liberian people. Is one goal. So we are the best approach is collaboration approach. That's what we are doing. That is why I told you in the Foya proposal, because we didn't do the land, the customary land formalization, we had to stop the process and then look for find out to do that customary land formalization before we can continue the process. So now we are collaborating with our own government institution partner so that we all can work as a team.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is it clear?
yeah, Brooks, you got follow up?
Yeah, I got that clear
Are
that
we
you are
there?
collaborating. I got that clear that you are collaborating. But what I'm really interested in is what are those plans? What are those strategies that you are putting into place? That you are putting into place that you can tell the public tonight, or you can tell the Liberian people when it comes to balancing the land use plans and the land use planning and the conservation activities. That what are those plans that you are working along with government? You say you're working along with government and some environmental agencies in order to see how best your plan can go. But what are those plans what are those strategies that you are putting into place that we want to know?
So like I told you, I did not say some environmental agency, Liberal Land Authority, Mines and Energy. We've been having this kind of problem. The FDA is more concerned about forest conservation, and Land Authority is concerned about land. Mines and Energy is concerned about what is on the ground. So that have been issue in previous in the past, where you see the same government institution, they are fighting for collaboration now to see how best we can balance conservation, land issue, money issue, so we all can work in one direction. Now, that is what we are doing now.
Okay. So, another question on the screen
So
from
even
Jebe.
as
Jebe, by
that,
the way,
to the extent,
uh-huh.
to the extent, they, you're there.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Bility, go ahead.
I said yes. That's what I said. I said, for example, like last year, like I told you, the new mineral mining law previously used to give lesson to miners in any part of the forest, whether it's in protected area. But as now as we speak, they don't do that because of the collaboration that we have started now with both government institutions that are responsible for, that are intertwined, Mines and Energy, EPA, FDA, Liberia Land Authority. So I am now, trying to carry on more teamwork or collaboration work as before in the part where we have issue of jurisdiction, because the issue of jurisdiction not going to carry on anywhere as a country, because the country is working as a country. We are working for one goal. You see, conservation. That's why in the issue of conservation, you have to balance conservation as relates to livelihood. Because if you don't do that, you will have a future problem. Now,
Okay.
in our own protected area landscape, what we are doing now, most of our livelihoods have been, cocoa planting, lowland farming. We are also graduating from that to do social development in livelihood, where in the future we'll be talking about connecting bridges. Because some community, their livelihood could be turned by bridges because no bridge will enter that area. So therefore, car cannot reach there. So bridges, that the renovation of clinic or school are all things that we are looking at direction to be as also part of livelihood for forward dependent community.
Okay.
So as we
Thank
move
you.
forward, as we move forward, we are learning new things, and we keep strategizing as what will be the rightful thing to do, that we able to protect the forest, because mind you cannot protect the forest without the community. So community intervention, community participation, community satisfaction is key in the establishment of protected area, or in the management of the protected area. If you want to have an effective protected area management, you should carry law, or you should take all these things into consideration as relates to community livelihood.
Okay. So Belete, you've been serving as
So that gonna
yeah.
help our people.
Go ahead.
I was saying it gonna help that before all the livelihood should not only be few group of people you can employ, few group of people you give few people cocoa ceiling. It's not gonna benefit. So when there's a main bridge that leading to a town, that car can enter that town for more than how many years, and then when that bridge should be connected. So these are other things that we are looking in that direction. Clinic as well, school as well. So we are
Okay.
gradually we are going to different dimension.
Yeah, because when you just employ certain group of people, I mean, it's not everybody who going to benefit from the identical
I mean,
stuff. But by being a bridge, no, I'm saying you are right. At least to the direction FDA is going or the government is going is okay, because by being a bridge, it's going to contribute immensely to the entire community. It's not only going to affect one or family member or family in that specific area. So by being a bridge or bridges or being schools in the community, it's going to help the entire community. So that I think it's okay like that is good. And I was saying you've been working as park warden. You work as park warden for 5 years in the Lelepizo multiple use reserve. What are some of the mechanisms you put in place in order to generate funds? Because are you getting me, Bility?
I get you.
Okay, so protected areas is not only about preserving or protecting the forest and the birds that biodiversity are there. It also has to do with generating fund for the government that will help the economy. So what are some of those things that you put in place? I mean, to generate fund, to contribute when it comes to the GDP of the country. When you were assigned to the Lake Pizo Multiple Use Reserve.
So, like I told you, we have a lot of challenges when it comes to that, because you may be aware that protected area, every protected area should have a operational budget. In the operational budget, then you have a plan, and have a strategy and thing. What can you do to also to generate revenue for to support domestic revenue, domestic revenue. So even though we didn't have that issue of operation budget, but the mechanism that we put into play was we established a what we call a boat dock, because Lepizo is a marine protected area. It's a marine protected area.
Yeah.
So if you see the lake, so beautiful, you been there, very beautiful, and then a lot of people will come in for boat ride. So we were able to lobby with the Liberian Forest Sector project to get our two new brand motor boat that we can use for bull ride, where people will go to take bull ride, and they're able to pay to support the park management. But the bigger one is that we're fighting for before I will be withdraw. You know about my withdrawing, right? I will withdraw on the basis of forest protection.
Yeah.
So the bigger one was the eco law today. Everyone is enjoying. To bring the eco laws in there, it was a serious issue with community people and other local stakeholders, that local government officials that have problem with that, that we the FDA are stopping people for carrying on some activity. Mind you, the Raospo rule was influenced for construction for pavement. So they wanted to use that area, that particular designated site that we talk about carrying on the eco laws, that will be able collect more domestic revenue or also help the community, they wanted to carry on mining rock there. At the time I was a part warden there, I did not agree for that rock to be mined in that forest because I saw a danger coming at the time. Tato, if you bend the rubber spool is situated between two water. The lake is very large, and you have the ocean on the other side, and you see the little forest sitting right there. That forest is serving as a natural coastal defense for Rospo and its surrounding community. So how could you take a company to come there and man right in the name of you want to pave the road to come to Rospo? So we thought that decision was wrong, and we frowned at that decision, and we took our stand and put stop to that decision that if you mine the rock here, there will be a future natural disaster that will be in Rospo. The ocean may take over that area, and then the road you'll be building, the road will not meet anybody there. Everybody will be migrating from that place to another area. So at the time we told the stand, but this is Liberia, so it didn't went down well with other local officials, and we were removed from our position. We withdraw back to Monrovia because other local officials had issue why we should post it. But we took our stand and we raised a red flag. International panel came in and told them that yes, indeed, the money could not be done there. As all civil society people came in, that our point was clear. Well, we told them that was going to create future erosion that were going to migrate people from Rospo, and it was also going to have something to do with human wildlife conflict because that little area that you think about, there are huge population of Western chimpanzee that's sitting there. So if you begin to mine rock in that forest and then the machine sound, those chimpanzee will start to come in very community, there will be a complete human wildlife conflict, then you begin to call FDA. So we found that decision, we made sure that the rock mining could not go on there. Now today, everybody is now are clapping for Bility M. Geninyan. Some of them are thinking that I should return to the country, but you are in my own country, in Alofa country, so I'm not returning. I'll do my best, and I cannot do more.
So
My best.
looking at
Thank God. Thank God the Echo Law is now there. Everyone is running there. Even those that went against me at the time, everybody now is running the Echo Law. So it's not bad. That's how the work look like. Sometimes it's difficult to monitor this because the way you are taught as a conservationist, you want to implement, but that will not go down with other people. So at the end, I left on the piece where I built a beautiful Echo Law that they are enjoying. Now I'm in the vacant, trying to do my best there as well because it's also my own little land.
Okay, so looking at why you passed through in the Grand Cape County, what are some of those strategies you are bringing down to the Foya proposed protected area in terms of revenue generation? Because my concern have to do with the revenue generation. Most of our protected area in Liberia, people just government just spending money on the protected area, paying rangers, paying the administration, those who protecting that area, but they are not really generating from the protected area is not really contributing to national economy, to the national budget. Other countries, like Rwanda, I mean, those protected areas, they're contributing a lot when it comes to the country GDP. But for Liberia, I don't know what's the problem. So what are some of those strategies now? You've been traveling to other countries. What are some of those strategies that you carrying? Because you just talked about some beautiful areas that are within the Foya proposed protected area now. When that area is fully protected, what are some of those strategies that you got on mind to generate revenue from that place? And not only government just sending money there.
So the issue is, that the power say money bring money. So
yeah, sure.
Government need to support the protected area fully. Then the technician now will play their part. So government need to first play their part, then before the technician follow. So in the FDA, we have an eco-tracing department in the FDA, right? And I'm glad that the protected area you are talking about in other countries, most of the revenue is on tracing, right? It's on tracing, right? So we need adequate support. Sure. We are protected area manager. Then we can pour in those strategies. Imagine we never had adequate support, but we still play our part in Kenya. That today all government officials are running there now. They were every weekend, everybody go to the Echo Lodge. You understand? We did that because we have passion. We worked along with Panda. That was a private government partnership thing we did down there. and USAID also help us to fund that project. So we can apply the city in the purpose area because we got a lot of fund there, and we got a lot of conservation sites there that can also be, kept intact. That tomorrow, but you will but to do that, that need to be done. It had to come from national government. We need adequate support. We just need to be supported. Particular areas need to be supported as well.
Okay,
That's the
we'll
only way
come
we
there
can
when
get
you
there.
we will give you we will give you chance to call your government, to call the Liberian government, to call our partner to support. So I think we JJ asked the second question. JJ, you came up with second question. Did you ask a second question? No. So
Yeah, I did ask
Abigail.
my second question.
Okay, so Brooks,
Yes,
let's
yes.
hear you on your second question so that we can give the followers chance to participate in this conversation. We'll open the line so that people can call. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Bility. I am actually concerned. You came from a background of you have worked in various biodiversity areas where you work as a wildlife investigator for the
And I
region.
hope that we are consistent with time.
Yeah. We'll soon leave this place. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
In Lofa,
Go
Bon,
ahead,
and even
Brooks. So
Magibita.
let's
Yeah,
try to summarize. Let's try to summarize the question, Brooks.
yeah, can they protect me? Yeah, because that's the only chance I have now to talk to
I'm
the
protecting
guests.
you.
So,
Yes, saying
okay,
yes. Let's try
like I
to
said,
summarize.
you work in various areas, and now you are working in your own area, like you said, in Lofa County. You work in Bon Magiri, and now you are working in Lofa County. You work there as the park wonder, and besides that, you work also as an investigator for wildlife. Okay, my question now is going to the Foya protected area, where now is just a proposed protected
I
area.
said to you that working killed man and bombing.
Thank you. That's a correction. Now you are going to the Foya protected area, and that area is just just a proposed area that it has not been officially, recognized by the government according to law. So now, when it comes to biodiversity assessment and identification of threat, I am very much concerned and concerned about the threat of biodiversity and the identification, of biodiversity assessment and identification. What is the current state of biodiversity knowledge within the Foya protected area? I believe you did an assessment there before going there, or the institution, the forest, the FDA did an assessment there before going there. So what is the current state of the biodiversity knowledge within that particular area? How have you done your baseline survey and assessment when it comes to conducting your baseline survey and
You actually
assessment?
coming in broken.
Oh, I'm sorry, you are not getting me. I guess you are getting me now.
Yeah, he was off, Brooks. So like I said, just summarize the question so that you can just come in because he was off when you were talking. He went off. So
Oh,
just
okay,
summarize the
Mr. Bility,
question.
are you hearing me now?
Yeah, go ahead. I think
Hello,
it's
sir,
okay.
are you hearing me now? I think it's still off, right?
Okay, then go ahead.
No,
Yes, I was speaking about the biodiversity assessment and identification of threat. That's where my concern lies. What is the current state of biodiversity knowledge in the Foya protected area, the proposed protected area? Have you done any baseline survey in conducting and identifying key species in the distribution of that area? And what are those challenges? What is the primary threat to biodiversity in the Foya protected area? Such as the
so
habitat loss, the
Bility,
beaver loss, walking and other things.
Brooks,
So can you kindly educate me on that, or can you kindly tell the public about the assessment and other things when it comes to threat
Kind of
in
crazy
that
here.
particular area? I believe my question is clear to you and you can respond to that. Thank you, sir.
I was up and I just coming back on. I think if I may hear you, tell please repeat a question for me.
I think our bro's question is
Chadon?
centered around hello.
I
If
can still
during the process of
I'm there.
reiterate
I'm
the
here.
question.
yeah, so let's just summarize the question, bro. Let's just summarize the question to him. I think on now let's summarize the
Yeah, I
question.
told you that's the only time I have. I talked about the biodiversity
You still got
assessment and
time. It's not the only
identification of
time.
threat. Thank you. I said I talk about the biodiversity assessment and the identification of threat in that particular area. What is the current state of knowledge? The current state of biodiversity knowledge within the Foya protected area. Have you done any baseline survey and assessment conducting the identification of key species and their distribution? That's my question. What is the primary
So,
threat to
we have
biodiversity in
not
that
done.
particular?
Yeah, go ahead, Billy.
So, as we speak to you, the major threat that is affecting biodiversity in our areas is hunting and mining. Based on our biomonitoring patrol, based on
So Billy is freezing the network
our
is
and
giving
mining,
problem.
media hunting is on the increase. Are you there?
Yeah, go ahead, go
Are you
ahead.
there?
Yes, go ahead.
So I said our major challenges now, or our major threat in the Foya proposed protected area, number one is hunting. That is on the increase. Number two is mining, and three is farming. That is the major threat we have. But on the issue of the farming, I think we are on top of our situation on that. You know, we are handling that situation because people are gradually understanding because those farm land were there prior to all, the Gizelman process as well. But the hunting is the
Okay.
one we need to mitigate that, or we need to see how best we can put hunting to rest. But media,
Okay, thank you.
that will be
Yeah,
done
Billy, thank
when
you.
the place have been passed by national park. Then two, you talk
Okay.
about baseline surveys that relate to the type of species that are there. That will be done when the is passed by national park. That way, more panel will come in to help in different direction with different projects because it requires money to do that.
Okay. Okay, thank you so
I
much.
believe the guest I believe the guest is not giving me time to get the clarity of this better, but I really want to know what are those measures that you put into place
To be
in
honest,
identifying the.
bro, it's not me. It's that my internet kept going off.
No, not you. I'm talking about the host is not giving me
You
time
said
to
what are
No,
the
get.
bros,
measure
I
are
give
we
you the
putting in
chance.
place in
I give you the
identifying the
chance.
threat?
Don't say that. You asking a question, but the guest kept going off, coming on. You ask a question, the guest is responding. He kept going up. He just told you the threat that they face in that area that they're trying to protect, which is the hunting and the farming. And we talk about the issue about level of biodiversity knowledge. When in Liberia, if FDA is establishing a protected area, they usually conduct. There are a lot of steps. So even within our identical area they're conducting or they want to conserve, those people are usually educated. So they usually go in the bush to identify first what are those species within the forest, what are those important things within the identical forest that they want to protect, working along with the people. So those people they are educated only once they're done with that thing, they
Oh,
usually come back to the community and then inform the community about those things. So it's not like I'm not giving you the chance, but they kept going off, coming in, and coming in. So I hope you are not
Yeah,
blaming me for
that's
that.
why I really want to know after you have done your baseline survey and identify those threats that when it comes to biodiversity distribution, I want to know what are those measures that are you, not specifically you, but your entity, your forestry, your FDA entity is putting into place to mitigate those threats. That's why the public will also like to learn from you because you may know it and other people might know it, but the public
so
will like to
so
know
so
what are those measures that you are putting into place.
So Bility,
so
go ahead.
so the best and we are putting into place is the first thing we need money.
When I say we need money, we need more project because, like I told you, those threats that needed the hunting and the mining. So if we can get more project to help us, it will help to reduce that. So what the FDA is doing is to lobby for more project to also see how bad they can increase foreign ranger because millions have been passed by law. Then you have more foreign patrol, joint law enforcement patrol, which will be carried on by our joint law enforcement panel, LDA, Liberia National Police, Liberia Immigration Service, along with the FDA Ranger. They do joint patrol normally to make sure to see whether all the places that are having threat like money and other stuff to see how bad you can able to mitigate some of these threats. So our own strategy that we are putting in place is to carry on more conservation awareness because awareness comes first in everything that we do. Carry on more awareness. We have to keep educating the people, and then most to settle them. At the end, when the place is passed by law, then you can talk about what we call law enforcement. Because mind you, people know the next will steal, but people still go to steal. So as time, the only thing that you have to go on law enforcement and prosecution. That's why we have a National Wildlife Conservation and Protected Area Management Law of Liberia. That law is in full strength to be implemented as well. So our
Okay.
strategy are to be able to conduct more conservation awareness, to be able to do more bio monitoring. Like I told you, we monitor by great system because the more monitoring you do, the more you recognize your threat, and then you can see how better to start working on your threat.
Okay. Thank you, bros. You got any
So, bro,
follow up?
uh, uh,
Yes,
bros,
Bala,
what want you to do?
I had little concern about that. And when I brought in that question to make a follow up question about what he just said about the enforcement process, because this whole live or discussion tonight is about educating those people who are not informed about this issue. Conserving biodiversity is very important, but if you are educating them about those measures that you are putting into place and the regulations measures, then we can know where to start from. So if you can give me the opportunity to ask that last question, just a last question, it will be fine for me, sir.
So we will come back in that question. You will ask that last question when you doing your recommendation, your closing. We will do that. We want to appreciate our follower. This is screen vision, and if you are following, you cannot call to make your input on the discussion tonight. So we are in conversation with Bility. Bility is the chief warden for the Foya proposed protected area in Liberia. To be specific, is in the between Lofa and Dalo in Sebapolu. So wherever you are following us from, you can now make your call. You can call using a WhatsApp or via WhatsApp, or you can call locally. If you are calling locally, you can use 079-080-2109. If you are using WhatsApp, you can in Liberia, you can add +250-079-080-2109. The number is on the screen. You can use that, so that you can give your input. So Abigail, you've been following the discussion, you ask your questions. What are some recommendations that you have done? Let's try to, what are some recommendations that you have, to the establishment of that ethnic protected area? What are some recommendations?
Yes, so when it comes to that, I would like to recommend to the government that they should try to strengthen the EPA. So in strengthening the EPA, I would like for them to get more fundings for them, increase the amount of record that have to do with personnel.
So let me
And
just come in, Abigail. It's not the EPA is there, but when it comes to forest matter, is the Forestry Development Authority. The Forestry Development Authority was established through other legislature in 1976 with the mandate to conserve and protect the Liberian forest. So let's talk about EPA. EPA is there, protect the environment as well, but FDA is concerned particularly with the forest. So I think you are talking
okay,
about FDA.
so when it comes to that, right, the FDA can also be empowered or strengthened by the government. So what I would recommend to the government is to increase their fundings, their personnel, and give them equipment that will make them to be very effective in protecting those uh, protected areas. So
Okay.
the government need to give them more attention to strengthen
Okay.
them, right? Yes. So another thing is, like I talk about the tourism, I was continually talk about it because it will also help with fundings, like revenue, so that FDA will be able to contribute to our national budget. But if we don't make use of those tourism sites, they will just be there and they are not useful, and they are things that are supposed to strengthen our economy. So why can't we make use of it as a country, as a government, as a nation, and try to improve our economy? So we need to make use of them. Like here in Rwanda, these are things that are building up the economy. So we really need to make use of the tourism site so we can be able to get revenue to contribute from FDA to the government and the national budget. So that's my
Okay.
recommendation.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Bility, you got a recommendation, right? So we have a caller. Let's take the call. Good evening, sir. Your name and where are you joining us from? Hello.
Good evening. Good
Yeah.
evening. Can
Good
you hear
evening.
me?
Your name. Yeah. Your name. Where are you calling us from?
Thank you so much. My name is Vanity Carter, and I join you guys from Kigali, Rwanda. Let me say thank you again to our guest in studio. The topic on the discussion today is very important, and this aligns with SDG goal, which is the Sustainable Development Goal 15, that talk about life on learn. And I just have one question, but maybe the next can be maybe an assurance to the public tonight. I've been following closely, and I want to thank everyone in studio tonight. So my question to the guests in studio tonight is, I believe when we talk about protected area, is not only about the land, but it's about those species. And I want to believe that they usually carry on assessment, and I don't know, maybe he can make that clarity about some species that are critically endangered, because all of the species are not in the same populations. There are some species that are critically endangered, maybe due to encroachment or other mobility issue. Because the guest made mention on the show that I tend to be corrected. He said,
What's your point, sir? Just summarize. What's your point? Your question?
okay, quickly. So he said that 156 were given for community, 156,000 hectares of land were given for community livelihood, and 106,000 were protected. So I just want him to make clarity on whether there are ethical conservation efforts being applied to those critically endangered species, so that they can continue. And just a reassurance to the public. I mean, should we be afraid? We are more concerned of that 106 hectares that is being protected. Should we be afraid, or should we be concerned that it may reduce in years to come?
Okay.
Or are there strategies and efforts equivalent to guarantee the sustainability of the project, especially when it comes to hemo encroachment? That's my question this evening.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bility, you got a question?
You were kind of low, and I'm hearing. You can summarize the question.
Yeah, he was talking about all species are now under the same protection. So what are some of those species that are really in danger within that protected area, and what are some of the mechanisms you guys putting in place to conserve those species? He also talked about I don't know what I can remember that. So just answer let's go through that one first. What are some of those species that you guys identify? I think there were Brooks were coming in with that question. When you carry on your survey, there are some species that are fully protected. You know about that, and there are some that are not fully protected, are partially protected. So doing your survey, what are some of those species that you guys really identify that are fully protected, and how the population is like? What are those? How are they distributed within that Denmark protected area? That I think that there were both were going with the
So
question. I see him shaking your head, opening your hand, just like you were quiet director before. Yeah, go ahead, Billy. Yeah.
So the question is essential. The like I told you in my previous presentation that I call the protected area the elephant kingdom. We are aware
Mm-hmm.
that elephants, are getting distinct in Liberia because of the issue of hunting. Also, the issue of the western chimpanzee. All that there is a forest elephant. So if we are not careful, or if that place would have been a proposed protected area today, or if it not passed by law, I can assure you we'll be losing more elephant because the elephant from Bapolusa, from the Cayman Belt, because of farming and because of those places are not those areas that are not protected area, their habitat are being destroyed by farming, by other stuff. So now both of them now have migrated to come to the Foya PPA. So these are some of the important issues of protecting the Foya PPA to able to rescue those animals that have been, disturbed, they have left their other habitat and now they are come to another natural habitat. So if the Foya PPA is not protected, they are also be going to be on the run. And mind you, once you do not protect them, animals travel and the elephant, they will find safe area to go. They might also leave from our country because we are cross neighboring, cross bordering country and go to another country. If you can recall, title, as time there was an elephant that came from Guinea that traveled to our
Yeah.
side in Liberia, and we were on a moral obligation in Liberia to protect our elephant. We follow them until they return to their native home. So elephant protection is very key here in Liberia. We are more concerned about that. And the Foya PPA is the elephant kingdom, and those elephants need to be protected. That's one of the first most important things for protecting that area. The issue of assessment being done as related to other species, that will be done as or maybe after the gazettement process have been passed by national level. What will farm funding? Everything is derived from funding. If you do not, you cannot conduct assessment because you have the same put on the fee. So we are still working on that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. We are still working on that.
And then,
Uh,
mind
uh,
you, you know that when place is protected or place have been declared by law at the start of mind you, when place have been declared by national park now as a national park, every other species that are there species as well.
yeah. Hello,
Are we
Billy.
there?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are we there?
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are we there?
Yes. Yes. The network issue. So the network. So uh JJ, maybe you could do your recommendation. I think the guests will soon join us. We are about to wrap up now. I mean, we go on more than 2 hours. The guest is coming back. So JJ, let us from your recommendation so that we can proceed. I'll reiterate when the guests come.
So, thank you very much again. It's an honor of me being on this platform, and I'm hoping to appear.
So another thing I could do for you, Tata.
So just wait small bit. We almost done. Just wait, let the guys do the recommendation. We just give you the time to close because the network is not really giving you the chance. Yeah. So
Hello?
yeah, yeah. You getting what I was saying? Bility, are you getting what I was saying? Yeah, JJ, let's go ahead. I think the public listening. Let's go ahead.
So, thank you very much for the opportunity, and I'm hoping to appear here more again.
I'm getting you.
For the sake of today's discussion, I just have two recommendations, and one has been said by our colleague, Abigail Pega. concerning the innovation, as the innovation that the government should take to that
Are you there?
protected area in terms of
Yes, yeah,
revenue generation.
They are coming. Just keep listening. Ability. They are doing the recommendation now. They are giving recommendation to the
Tato,
government. So, yes, are you getting me, Ability? Hello, Ability. Are you
so
getting
so
me?
so so am I closing now?
No, you're not closing. I said just wait small. Let you guys do the recommendation, then you will close. Just wait small.
Yes,
Hello.
thank you again.
Yeah, JJ.
Can I
Let's.
continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I have like two recommendations, and one has already been mentioned by Abigail in terms of
I get it
um
clear.
the government taking in of that,
Yeah, go ahead, JJ.
in terms of the government being innovative toward the conserved area, so that it can be possible that they generate some money from tourists, external or internal, whatsoever it might be. And my last recommendation is in regards to, for me, I'm obsessed with data. So while it is true that he did mention that they are into taking data records of those areas, I want to recommend that again, that they improve it, though I don't know the current state of it, but I recommend that they improve on the data collection and data protection, so that it can better inform our partners on decision taking, or inform our national government in what to do. And also those data that are being collected, at least let it be visible to the public, so that we can have access to know the state of our protected area. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Jerry. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me the privilege again. I think much has been said already. Um, I think I have only one more recommendation because I had two, but one has been said. And the one I have to do is the issue of a website of the FDA. It's very essential that
Okay.
they have, yeah, they have a website that people with from all walks of life they will read and get to know our place because we have a very beautiful forest that people need to know about it. But because they don't have a specific, I don't think so, that they have a specific website that people will go and read to get to know about this place. Because even if we open that place for tourists, they have to go through the websites and from there they'll be motivated to come. So they have to create first a website that everything about that place will be on our website. People will leave from all over, read about it, get to know what is there, and I think they'll be encouraged to come.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Brooks. So, Brooks, let's do this. Complete your question. Ask that one question, and then you just do your recommendation, so the guests can just do a closing. Brooks.
Okay. Tata, thank you very much. Let me ask my one question and then make my one recommendation quick so we can wrap up. I, Mr. Bility, my other question. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, go ahead. If I
I
say get
get
one more
you.
question for you, go ahead.
Yeah, I have one question plus my recommendation. My
Yes, sir.
question has to do with policy and regulation framework of the FDA. How effective are the current of FDA law and the environmental law and the regulations in protecting biodiversity in Liberia? How effective it is? Are there specific area that requires strengthening or revisioning? If yes, please give us more knowledge about that. When it comes to law enforcement capacity in the FDA sector in protecting biodiversity, uh, uh, in protecting biodiversity, just in short. Then I can make my recommendation. Did you hear me clear? I believe so.
Yeah, go ahead, Bility. You can respond to
I
that.
can
You
respond
can
before the
respond.
recommendation.
Yeah, just
Yeah, you can
respond.
respond.
So like I told you, we have the foreign reform law Liberia. We have the national wildlife conservation protected area management law Liberia, and all these laws are used in all of the protected area and the proposed protected area to implement law or to regulate. So, for instance, the law prohibit hunting in the protected area. For instance, the same law prohibit killing of protected animal both inside and outside of protected area. So these laws are being used. For example, when I was in Kidman, I did 3 prosecution where and people were brought down guilty by the court for killing a protected species. Another person was brought down guilty for making fun in the protected area because that's called destruction of habitats as well. So those laws are very strong. But then what we are working on now is to increase the penalty because the law is a criminal law. Either the offender of the law pay the fine or you bear the punishment by jail sentence. So, like for instance, we say the killing of or making fine in a protected area, we say 250 USD. If somebody think that they can make fine and get more than 600 or 1,000 US, the person will go make fine and pay that 250 USD fine. So what we are doing now, we are trying to revise the law to give it more punishment, more fine and more punishment as compared to now. Like for instance, you said people should not kill elephant, you pay 5,000 US. Why is somebody 5,000 US? 100 will go in the forest and kill 5 or 6 10 elephant, and you know that you get 20,000 elephant average, 20,000 US for that average. That hunter could say, I will go do it when they come into the court. I will pay the 5,000 fine. So therefore now we are revising the law to make sure that the law have more strong penalty and strong fine and strong penalty. That's where we are.
Okay.
Is it
Okay.
But
is
as
it
we
Thank you.
speak,
Thank you,
is it
bro.
that
Bro,
law
actually
is
just
going.
bro. Just recommend. Just do a
is it
recommendation.
actually effective, or it has political or corruption or will where it's attached? That's my point there. Because the law is there, but the implementation has been a problem in Liberia. That's my
So
focus.
that why so as a wildlife investigator, my job is to implement the law. My job is to enforce the law. So whether it is not effective up there, but like I told you, for my record, I have done carry on 3 prosecution, and all the people have been brought down guilty by corporate court of jurisdiction, and they have paid the fine in government revenue. So that means that it's effective. That only means another person was also brought down guilty in the southeast for killing elephant. That person also went to jail and other places as well. But I am telling you, we are even trying to revise the law to make it to have more stronger penalty and stronger fine. So it is
Okay.
effective. But
Okay.
if you think that your answer you want that political people interfere, I'm a technician, so I'm not more concerned about whether they are serious up there to make the law effective. But for our technician, the law is effective. And we're using that law as an organic law to manage all of our protected area, and it has been affecting other people, and people are also affected it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
okay,
Ability.
my recommendation.
Yes, go
That
ahead,
bro
bro.
say,
Bro, you
No,
want
it's
to
fine.
recommend? Bro, go
Let me
ahead.
just let me just make my recommendation quickly. In regards to that, I really appreciate your responses as it relates to my question and other people questions. Now my recommendation has to do with prioritizing biodiversity assessment and the monitoring. I will actually recommend that continuously conduct comprehensive baseline survey in that area as long you are operating there. That will help you to identify key species and their distribution and their population size when it comes to the establishment and the baseline of the monitoring activities of biodiversity efforts. So it will help you to implement long-term monitoring programs by helping you to track changes in the biodiversity population and activities and their habitat conditions. It will also help you to identify those threats related to biodiversity and ensure management in decision making. And you also be able to strengthen community engagement in participating in your decision making. When you do that, you inclusively include the community in consultation of decision making. It will ensure that the local communities are very much active and they are involved in decision making, and they themselves will be involved into the conservation and the protection of those biodiverse species in that particular protected area. Thank you very much. I actually appreciate responding to my question. I appreciate the host for providing me time. Thank you.
Mais ici, c'est une dans les mains. Les questions in your call for you, not small question. You ask you all the questions today. So you see me trying to cut you all the men, I still giving me chance. So we will still have Bility as they go along. I told him because
the man is bad. I mean the man.
Yeah, let me just say this: we continue to have Bility because it's a process right now in establishing a protected area. So as you go along, Bility will be our friend. You'll always become here to answer most of the questions that we want, but we can't just do all tonight. So Bility, let's hear you on this one. So you can come out to Jeff, do your closing. I mean, so that we can leave you.
I want to say thank you to you, Tato. I want to say thank you to my man Brooke for all the hard questions. I also want to say thank you to Abrigate. Thank you to the two other panelists. Sorry, I'm missing the two of you name. I want to say thank you. And I mean, okay, I actually enjoyed the conversation. I mean, it was a very interactive discussion. It's just that from the beginning, the internet was, disturbing me. But I'm grateful to be with you, and I'm also grateful that you guys were able to give me the opportunity to able to come and share some experience. We are in the experience sharing curve, so we can also promise that whenever we are needed, we avail ourselves for such discussion. And I think you guys are doing a very marvelous job for even taking your time to establish this platform, and then so we can be able to, discuss conservation. That's a very great job that you guys are doing, and let us continue. One person cannot do, or let's say one person don't have all of the ideas, all of your ideas, all of the questions today also made me stronger. And Bruce, you did well as well, because the issue of that baseline study you are talking about, so now you may now know that in the Italian particular area, when the particular area is studied, they get what we call park biology. That park biology is a researcher. That researcher that work to do all of those research work and bring that report to the park manager office. So the place is a new area and we're just taking over. So as we move forward, we'll keep improving on some of these things. And these are things that is very essential. So I want to say thank you, Taito. I want to say thank you to all of the panelists. And then let us all continue the show. And let us, anytime, Taito, you can chip on me. And then sometime when I have some major activity as well, I will also inform the platform, so that we all can able to participate as well. Thank you again. Thank you for everything.
Okay, we want to say thank you so much, Bility, for giving all your time. The network actually giving you serious problem, but it is good that later it was stable and then you were able to spend some time. We do appreciate. We hope to
imagine I drive from my house. Tato, I told the car from my house I drive all the way to park, get together, there.
just imagine. Just imagine. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, we do appreciate. Thank you so much. We do appreciate.
Cheers for you to have a chance.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we hope to have you another time. When you go back to Lofa, to some area, we hope to have you. We'll continue, being in connection with you so that you know, we are building our team now. Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that. So, like I told you, when I get back to Lofa, the next show, I will make sure it'll be released on the radio station. As we'll be on, they will be on the radio station. Other people will be monitoring us. We'll do the setup and they will call for the radio station, and then you guys will listen to the audience as well. We'll do that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Do have yourself a
So,
pleasant.
Mr. Bility, before you go off, our platform is a kind of student-based entity, or let's say platform. So we also like for you to think about us when it comes to support and all of
Thank you.
that. So you need to put
Thank
We'll
you.
us
talk,
up like.
Bility. We'll talk behind the scene.
Okay.
We'll
Thank you, sir.
We'll talk behind the scene. We'll talk behind the scene every day.
Okay. 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 Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you so much, Birete. Thank you so much. So, to our follower, I want to say thanks for continuing following the show, and we are about to close. Next Sunday, we will have the newly elected Liberian head in Rwanda. That's Emmanuel Patrick. Patrick will be live on Screen Vision, and he's going to discuss some of his agenda, low activities that he thinks about the community. What are those things he have in a cover that he's going to reveal to the community, to see the community moving to the level it is now, to go to the next level. So Emmanuel Patrick, he had a lot of things to say the coming Sunday, because we have a conversation. So keep tuned on to Screen Vision, and we hope to have Emmanuel Patrick next Sunday. So we'll now just get a closing statement from our panelists, and we can call it a day. Thank you, Bilete. Have us here. Oh, good night. Good night,
So,
Bilete. Yeah. You can go, Bilete.
good
Thank
afternoon.
you. Okay. Yeah, let's just close now. Yeah. Abigail, what's your parting comment? Yes. She laughing. Abigail, what happened?
Well, so actually,
Uh-huh.
I would say it was a nice time, and the discussion was really fruitful and it was educative. So, to our followers, we would like to say thank you for following and giving us your time. I hope our recommendations, our points are taken into consideration, and we all work together as Liberian far and near in order to improve our biodiversity and conservation system through the FDA of Liberia. So let us all
Okay.
do it
Thank you.
together
Thank you so
so
much.
that we have an improved system.
Okay. Thank you. JJ?
Yeah, so thank you very much. I just want to appreciate our followers, and as you all may be aware, this is a new media online media platform. So it's interesting that we have every one of you support to this platform so that we all can grow together. And it was a quite amazing show, despite the timing. And, it was unprecedented. But I would like to appreciate the guests that just left the show for providing insight on on the situation within the protected area. Once again, I want to appreciate the host and appreciate the Screen Vision family for giving me the opportunity to serve as a panelist on this platform. Thank you very much, and
Okay.
you guys have a wonderful night.
Thank you so much, JJ. Jerry, the man from Cyprus.
Yeah. All right. Let me say a big thanks to our follower for at least having a sleepy night just to be with us. It's not easy bringing your data to follow us, and we pray that we all be a big family. Keep following as we keep bringing you the information to your doorsteps. And also, we want to use the same platform to say sorry if we may perhaps through our presentation is not go down well with you, because we are all learning. We just come here as a new platform. So if in any way we hurt anyone, we say sorry, and we encourage that you should keep following, and we will improve in a sooner possible time. And thanks so much to the host. I appreciate the screen family for hosting me as a panelist.
Okay,
And yeah.
thank you. Bros,
Yes, actually, it was an amazing one to be on the platform tonight, and also for the guests to provide us the necessary information we needed. It was actually good. I want to appreciate the Street Vision family, everyone, the guests, the panelists. I mean, our listeners, our followers, for following us tonight. There are many information we intend to bring onto you to your doorsteps. So we keep tuned, we will keep following and then giving you those information. I would really want to appreciate my brothers and sisters, my colleagues who are shared the information with, and they've been texting me. They say we're following. I really want to appreciate every one of you, all the way from Nima County, all the way from Morovia. I really want to appreciate every one of you. I can't call one person name. So it was so
okay.
amazing, and the information was too educated. Thank you very much for listening. It
Folks,
remains
thank you
Street
so
Vision.
much. This is Screen Vision. Wherever you are following us from, we want to say thanks for staying with us. We are about to close. You have yourself a good night, wherever you're following us from, whether good morning or good night. And then we see this coming Sunday. We'll be live this coming Sunday. Like I said, we'll be hosting the chairman of the Liberian community here in Rwanda. Thank you.
The forestry sector of Liberia is our hope for sustainable livelihoods.
I really want to be a forest ranger because I know that the